on YT on YouTube. I went on to TikTok again. Now that at least somebody's showing up, it's good. It's nice not to talk to myself all the time. You know, I asked this question before, and I said, what numbers are these? Or is it a letter? Right? Or is it a singular number? Is it the L? Is it a 4? Right? And I'm a little backwards on the, hold on a second. I have to, how do I turn this page around? There's what about the camera? Whoop. No, okay, I can't do it. I'm seeing backwards on one, forward on the other, so it's mixing my mind up. Over here, right, the number 7, or the L. The L and the 7 fit together, right? The 4 equals L7, L1. One of the reasons is when you put a line like that, it's a 1. When you put a line like that, it looks like an L, it looks like a 7, but what it is about the L is the L equals either 50, and the L is also number 3. L12 equals 3. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. At the same time, it looks like a 4, right? That'll be 60. You know, orange is also 60. At the same time that it looks like all of this, when you turn it upside down, it can look like the H when the leg is a little bit longer, right? You can make an H that looks like a 4. We can also turn it into different Chinese signs. The creation of everything is the coming together and connection between dots and dashes. That's right, it's a dot and a dash. And the dot and the dash came to those, okay, who didn't have to see, who didn't have to hear, outside of themselves, right? And even if you couldn't hear or see, could you not speak? Deaf, dumb, and mute, right? DD, DD, and mute. Which way should we do this? We spoke a little bit earlier, okay, about the understanding also. Now, we're going to just get off of this right now so we can see how the H, the small h, right, and the 4 and all of this fits together. But the truth of that letter, if you really take a look at it, right, it's a 7 and a 1. A 7 and a 1 creates 4. Now, your base creation, right, is when you have the 7 and the 12, it's 3 times 4 equals to the 12, and it's 3 plus 4 equals to the 7. That is where 1 and 2 equaling to 3, or 7 and 3 coming together in the creation of the divided 7th gate. It's only on one side. You know, you don't have to double up when you create the other side. You don't have to double up. You just have to add on just one wing. You only need to add on one wing. Now, I'm hoping I can remember all the combinations that are going on for this base creation. Okay. You only have to add on one wing. I'm hoping not to knock my camera out. Right? And again, when we get to 3 and 4, you got to remember everything that's going on now. So when we get to 3 and 4, we can see that this cube, okay, has 6 sides. But in its actuality of 6 sides, it's 3 and 3 sides. It's 3 and 3 sides, where 4 is reverse 3. That when we count 1, 2, 3, we have completed 1/2. The second half will begin on the other side, the 180-degree side. So now let's try this out. 1, 4, 7, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Even in this reality here, we started over on the 4th side. Now we're going to go to another something to check between 1 and 3. Okay? Besides, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 creates 3 and 4. Now, as we showed you on the cube, that 4 is opposite to 3. Next step, the leap year. Okay? The leap year. I think I have to just spill my garbage out. Just give me a second. In the leap year, it happens, and then 3 years go by, and then it happens again. 1,461 days go by, 21 dots on the cube, 1,440 days plus 1,440 minutes in a day, plus the 21 on this cube. That 1 and 2 for 3 times 4 equals to 12. 3 plus 4 equals to 7. Now these letters, 7, 1, and 4, now all come together in the same image, creating a situation that repeats itself. Speaking about the third and the fourth planet, Earth and Mars, to when 1 comes between 2, creating 3, that within the house that you have entered the spirit into the creation of the child, and now you take that child and you mirror it onto the other side. And when you look at it, the child becomes like this. This face, facing the truth, why we're here, honest and fair in games that everyone has been playing for years and saying either you cheated because the game was made fair to all and cost none anything except your time to learn, and time is money if you're learning something. Hallelujah. We want to talk about the Fed, U, V, and W, because both in U is a W. And in W is life, and in life in French, it's W. So it's a double of U, 21 times 2, or it's a W, 22 times 2. 44 divides night and day. 42 divides the seventh gate. Where in the world do I get this information from? Given to me, I believe, and given to you, but I asked the question, I did the research, I did the science, and I'm sharing to you what science I have found or have created to find the story inside what these say and why they were made this way, and where the face of 9 birth came to be in the 12 months of your creation, going around this. Every single side is 3. You have 4 sides, it's 12. For the 9 months of birth of the face that you came to be in this house of 420, the house of time, heaven, creation, THC. Put a little glue in you. They didn't say Mars for nothing, or Mary Magdalene, or Mary Do You Wanna? 420. 420s and 80 evens in French. They said 420. In French for 80. 80 into 8 into 8 into gold to silver to bronze. The end result of creation of certain numbers will end up to be a certain number. 2, 5, and 8. In any combination, finites on level 2, 2 and 8. Would you like me to show you? When I get so excited, I've got so much information that comes with inside my head. Thank you, O Lord, for the air that I breathe. Thank you for giving me the chance so that I can communicate with the soul through the spirit, the continuation of that vibration to where the Father 1 plays inside the Mother 2. Luna, Phobos, and Deimos, the moons of Mars, put me on the headphone. Let me breathe. Oh, my conscience, my body is so huge. You know what I'm saying? What a big ego, right? Is there a certain way that you have to entrap this ego? Or is it me? It's not the ego. It's not the sex. It's the six. It takes the two sexes. And sometimes you say, like, is sex 9? Or is sex 1 and 8 to make 9? Because the 9 birth comes out when the 1 goes into 8. Or what about it's 2 and 7, 9? Because that's when you come out through the 7th gate. It's only when 1 and 8 came out. Because what it is when you count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 numbers. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are between 1 and 8 that create 9. And 8 minus 1 is 7 and 9 minus 2. Because alpha went into beta. And you know who came out? Yeah, the 9th child from the Ima of the Abba. Doesn't anybody know in Hebrew, Ima, I am? The I-9 bringing into the Delta world the birth, the split angel between the two worlds. And it greatly hurts me that when I don't get any input, and I'm not sure where the commentary is, live chat, right? I don't know where my live chat is. Let me find my live chat. Okay, it shows no chat. So I'm going to have to look in here why I have no chat. Okay, so now I see that I had 3 in the chat over here. I have to see what's going on. Okay, now I may have missed you. 335, Eddie Wick, Asperger's. Azo, hi. Rebecca Copley, can you add me to your live? I don't know if I can add you to this live. What I'm going to do is maybe I'll reset this on my other channel, and maybe I can add you there, unless you want to get onto my live on TikTok. Would you can you let me know about that? I don't even know who you are. Let me see. Can I look at you? Channel activity, go to channel. Let me go to channel, your channel, and see who you are. 4 subscribers. First of all, are you over 18? I cannot add anybody unless they're over 18. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm going to have to know if you're 18 and over. Are you still there? Is anybody still here? I see 3 people here. So now I'm going to have to go back. I go in and out of my connection. I sometimes, you already know after being here for 20 years, you already know that I look like a Looney Tune, you know? Like you gotta fall into cracks. You gotta be able to see everything and even see the shadow and not see it all. Because in the moments of blindness that give you the alternative of a reality that you're not used to, what are your thoughts going to be when you get there? Somebody might be saying, oh, I'm so excited to be there, like the cat. My cat goes into a box and curls under and can't even get out. Does it worry? I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure if my cat's worried. Yeah, so where am I going to go with this next? Where was I? Let me take a look. I was talking about TikTok. I get all excited. Yes, I was talking to write, and that's why I always have to have somebody writing this down. It's the IMA. Like in French, it's the ami, which is the friend. You see, what I do, okay, is not English. It's not French. It's not Hebrew or German or it has nothing to do. Don't put this in it. If you want to put anything into this world as a word, okay, use it as an association to get to one of the tools, which shows me the difference, which is an alternative, which is in the same reality. But if I say, bowling, Okay, bowling falls under games. It falls under a game where you roll a ball. So what would you say about bowling? Would you say it's sports? Can I put sports into bowling? Do I put sports into bowling amateur and professional? Do I say hockey? And because I said hockey, am I being prejudiced because I'm choosing Canada first? Or do I choose the Ice Age, right? Maybe hockey started in the Ice Age. How far back can we go with when things began? You know, to understand the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth is we want to find something that's fair to everybody. So what I did is I threw some water outside and the temperature was getting colder. It was 5 degrees. But to some, when I say 5 degrees, one might see a C, the other might see an F. What is this C and F? Well, one is for Celsius and one is for Fahrenheit. Now, the cell, is the cell I see in us? Is the C because it is the C3 to what is the F6? And then I go over to one of the tools the creator gave to me. I shared it with everybody in my class. It was right over here. There it was. And you know what? Your birth is right over here. You see the 9 areas over here? That's your birth. And if you want to know about your birthday, is you go is when you travel the 3 areas here, and then you travel the 3. Whoop! I'd have to put another dot and the 3 areas here, and you go all the way around. You get the 12 months. As the whole cube turns around, you get the whole 12 months. The whole 12 months of the year. 12 and 9. 12 and 9, 12L and 9I. Lily, 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 lily. 21 equals 21U. It also gives me what is C3. Look at all that is going on from just finding a few letters. But let's not forget the ami, which is the friend, which is Ima. Ima, okay? Ima is the mother. Abba is the father. There is no M in Abba. But when you put the 2 B's together, right, the 22nd, the 2 and 2 letter together equals to 4. The other 4 is a 1 and 3 equals to 4. So there's a 2 and 2 4, and there's a 1 and 3 4. And implicated in the 3 is another 2. So you have now put the father within the spirit, into the spirit between the mother, right, inside the 3. And the B is the friend side of a connection of both 1 and 3. When you look at, now you tell me, what character is this? What character is this? Is this a 1 and a 3? Or is this a B? If it's a 1 and a 3, the B fits in between. It shows me 2 houses. It shows me a happy plane underneath it that connects both of the houses. This is the same to both, right? Now, if we came down from both of these houses, right, we would do it like this. Sometimes you turn it upside down and look at it like that. Do you know when you write it like this is a Roman numeral? If this was a Roman numeral 5, it would be 513. It just so happens and what just so happens, okay, now I have to fix my connection up top, right? Just give me 1 second to push this connection over. I want to see what's going on with my questions on one channel, and I don't know, I sort of froze over here. Just give me a second. I froze on my camera. Boy, just give me a second. Is this it? Okay, yeah, I froze on my camera. Okay. I'm just setting up a bunch of things behind me here. Yeah, I would have showed you my screen right now. Maybe I could show you my screen right now. I'm not sure who can see this. 1 second. That right there, that's the crucifix. Looks like a number 5, right? Looks like the S letter. That's actually the crucifix, and the crucifix uses only one house, 3, 6, and 9. That's all the crucifix uses, 3, 6, or 9. We have to understand that within 9 is 1. Within 6, the polar to 6 is the 1. It's the heavens of 1. I'm going to get rid of this. Just give me a second. Now, I'm not sure what just happened here, but I don't like what's going on. Follow goal 23.9, 2400. I don't know, something's happening right now on my channel. So what did I just do? Just give me a second to fix this. I don't know what I did. I keep screwing up. No, I don't want that. Okay, much better. Okay. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So where were we? Yes, we were talking about the 513, right? I'm going to see if I can get both of my pieces to show this, right? You're talking about the 513. The 135, right? The first letter, the third letter, the fifth letter. ACE. The number 31 is for the cube. The number 51 is for Mars. The vowel count in the alphabet, A, E, I, O, and U, is 51. It's A, E. What resides in between is A, B, C. Since B, okay, is inside of C, and we have B, C, D, 2, 3, and 4 with what is in 1 and 5, all we need is C for our creation. When you add up 1 through 26, it equals to 351. The thing is, 27 is the final number to the alphabet. 27 is 3 cubed, equaling to 378. Your 7 and 8 is our passage gateway between the heavens of your 6 and 9 birth. 6 and 9 are on the outside. 6 and 9 are in rotation of 3 cubed, 3 square. 3 times 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 by 3 by 3, 27. 8 and 7 is your basic creation of what comes to be 3. 3 lives within your 7 and 8. It is 4 parts of 8 and 1/3 of what is 7. Where is this information? Where is the data? Okay, now my sound is not as good on TikTok right now for the camera that I'm using. So where is this data? Where is the data? Data's right over here. Remember, the face of a 3 cube creation is right here. Here's the first face. There are 54 on the face of this controlling cube of the 7th gate. Chai. Controlling of AI is Chai, 18. They follow the moon. They say Chai is luck of 666, or 2 times 9 equals to the 18, to where your basic creation of what 2 times 9 is 11 and 18, 29. What is 11 and 18? What 11 does as 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, as what 18 does as 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, equals to your 17 equals to your 3, 3, and 17. 3 and 17. That is your base 20 creation. It is 1 with 2. It is not a doublet number. It's not 1 with 1. It's 3 and 17. And because the minimum to get with 3, okay, is a total what happened to my cubes? Where'd them cubes go? Where'd them cubes go? Where'd them Cubans go, you know? Well, we'll just look at it this way. I've got 3 cubes. I have 18 sides. If I take these 3 cubes, no matter what I do when I roll them, one side will show up. One side, one side, one side. When I have one side up, I will see 4 around, and I will see 1 down. I'll see 1, 4, 1. I'll see 1, 4, 1. But the top one over here, right? The top one over here happens 6 times. The 7th time, you come back to the beginning. The other question is, there's also 1 hidden in here, in the center. When this turns back to the beginning, a full rotation of 7 has arrived to the center cube. And each cube has to have its own day life, the night, the day, the winter, the summer. Do you understand? As it spins. There's only really 6. Everything else is playing onto the pole. There are 2, 4, 6 poles. Now the question is, where does 8 come from? What is 8? 8 is a combination, okay, that comes from putting together the wings. 10 and 30 in one of the relationships. Let me see if I can get this out. And by the time I set everything up, I will have forgotten what I'm thinking about. I am talking about the wings, not about 1776, right? I'm going to go back and heat up my water, be back in a minute. You know how many times I heat up that water before I actually get a chance to drink it? I just wanted to check. Somebody wanted to come on live. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Data. Hey, Adam and Eve, you know, they didn't never leave. Just breathe. That's all you have to do. Just breathe for Adam and Eve. Adam. Are you reading from left to right or right to left? How are we looking at our piano notes? When you're right to left, you go 29. When you're left to right, you go 24. It just so happens we come into birth on the 29th day, or let's just use number 29. And then we run our full cycle in the month of September. In a leap year, on the 29th of September, 929, what is normally the 273rd day on the 30th of September, which gives you 9-3, which gives you sky angels. Remember, the base of your creation is 3-9 until we come into the mirror world, where from 2 square or from 3 square, we get reduced to 2 square. I'm not sure if we go from 3 square to 2 square, or 2 square to 3 square, okay? And the end result, or the beginning of the first result of all is our creation is monkey, ape. It's the wings, okay? Into the animal kingdom, right? Into the animal kingdom. Now we use words, right? But do we take the words we speak seriously? Born into the kingdom. I'm just trying to look for a page to write. I lost that page I was writing on. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, kingdom. So you started with do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So do is first, okay, and do is eighth. They put 1 and 8 together. So eighth. So now what we have to do is we have to go do, re, which is second, okay, and re is also ninth. So we came in to our birth at do, do, re, re. And when they sing the song, wherever they were in Austria, AU in the Golden Land, starts with AU like in August, and AU is like near the end of the cycle, end of the sun cycle. Endocyclopedia. How to read the characters that we call the alphabet. Whether you are English or French, or however you write that alphabet that I use, and any sound from your language that I understand in my alphabet is how I will do the processing. The rat. How about tar? How about Ra, part of a sun god, into the house of Bait? H and T come together. How about T and H? First, second, third, fourth. So now when you say Ra, or the sun god, how are you implementing and changing the H from the T? When H and T come together, I use it as time heaven. I use it as man, for the word man. I use it for the 28 days, or 4 by 7, okay? Into Mo, M-O, 13 and 18th letter, for the 28-day cycle of the moon, for the 3 cycles equaling to 84. Planet Pluto, holding the ring to the 9 birth on the 4th finger, born into the mirror world of Mars. Also noted to be the 7th finger, counting on the right hand of 10. Now, if you're counting of 10, it's now an earth number where 2, right, doubles everything up. That 5 cuts everything in half. And in this world, in the timely world that we live, 15 seconds or 15 minutes and 30 minutes or 30 seconds or 45 minutes or 45 seconds, or 60 minutes is known to be 100, to where 30 minutes is noted to be half, or 50, to where 15 minutes is now 25 or a quarter, where 75% is 3/4, or 45 seconds, to the minus to the plus. Understanding, learning what goes where, what is, connecting the dots and the dashes that will create the characters that we will now call the alphabet. We will put them in an order for what reason, I don't know. For actually, I don't even know why Chaldean goes U, V, and W in Chaldean is 6, 6, and 6. U, V, and W in Chaldean is 6, 6, and 6. 21, 20. But Chaldean also, right? Chaldean also, okay, because they put it at 6, 6, and 6, when I invert this to the alphabet I use 1 through 26, I come up with the reverse letters of F, E, D. But when I use it as 666 in Chaldean, Chaldean is a numerology that goes up to number 8, that in number 7, right, is O, and in number 7 is Z, that in number 8 is F, and in number 8 is P. In number 6, okay, is U, V, and W, right? That equals to 63. Now, like we spoke earlier, if you've been following the video, 63 is our basic, the lowest of the creation before we turn everything over. Like 1963, 21, 21, 21. 3 cubes equals 63. But it only gives you 2 and an impartial moon. It'll only give you a 2 and an impartial moon. You'll finish off the impartial moon. It'll give you 2. And just give me a second. It'll give you 42. 2 cubes gives you 42. 3 cubes okay, give you 63. So you're missing, right? You have 2 moons, which is going to equal to 1 second, which are going to be equal to 9 times, okay, you're going to have 9 times 6, okay, equaling to 54. Plus, I'm going to try and see this 9 times 6, sorry. Let me do this again. 9 times 6, 8 times 7, yes, equals to 56. Okay. 8, 9, 8 times 7, then you're going to have 9 times 7 equals to 63. And then, just give me a second, and then you're going to have 11, 12 times 7 equals to 84. I have to do this right. Right, 9. 1, 2, 3, okay. I'm going to see if I can do this right. And it's not 6. It can't be 6. It has to be 7 times 8, right? It's not 9 times 6. That's wrong. It has to be 8 times 7, 9 times 7, and 12 times 7. What I'm trying to get to is 9 times 7 is 63. We have used 3 of these cubes, the 3 of the sides that are reversed of 7 to equal to 63 parts or 63 days. Okay. In what we have now is 2 moon cycles finished, which is 2 by 28, equaling to 56. It just so happens, okay, that the wolf is 56, that howls at the moon of 28, that the lamb is 28, that man is 28, and the air that we understand is AIR, or part of what is raw in I, because now when you have, this gets really complicated, the R is the I, okay, in a higher form, in the mere creation. The lower part of I, the lower part of R is I. The second dimension, or the second dimension of I, is R. Okay, to put together the R, you need the A and the H, okay, which within the A is the J, because the J is created in the house of A, because it's noted to be a split heaven of 5 and 5 equaling to 10, or 6 and 4 equaling to 10, okay? And when you reverse the dice of what is 4, okay, is 3. And when you reverse the dice to what is 6 is 1. So you have 3 and 1, or the 1 and 3 cycle of the moon, okay, to what is the 6 and 4, 10, to what is your base 10 creation, 20%, 2020, away from what is the 4th planet, okay, or the 4th letter D, to what is the 6th planet, okay, what is F, D and F, Mars and Saturn, bring you into the half-life, FED, the Fed, the reason for the Fed, and 4, 5, and 6 equaling to 15, and the game, 11, 11 equals to 121. It takes 121 to win the game of brick, or let's put it backwards, crib age, the age of the child. We're beginning to learn, but we haven't learned yet, because how can we learn something we don't know when there's no one here to teach us? Yet they build the games, but they have no idea that we remain, okay, we remain at one point impartial to all creation, is because we are us, okay, at free will, living the karmic life. But at the end result is the free will, so that the main creator can pick up on everything and learn even more as the soul, okay, the soul conscious, okay, learns from every single one of us, that at the end of life, when we disconnect, we become the 6 feet down and under of the RIP, rest in peace, to the IP address we all pick up in our home. It's our HIP address. It's our home IP address. We are now all hip. We are all learning and teaching each other without putting the Mars sign on everybody. The Mars sign is located on the 4 key for the 4th planet, for the 10th dimensional creation of who we are, but we've never been able to achieve it. From the 12th dimension, we are put together of reflective sides. 3 and 3, 6, and 3 and 3, 6 creates our 12. Understanding the formation of Rubik's Cube, in which there's 2.1 billion people praying to the Karam, or what the Kara, okay, and don't even understand what a cube is. That if you should learn the cube, would you take that the truth? With the golden ribbon representing creation of the heavens, of the black cube representing the birth, number 29, 2 by 9, 18, and your creation, 2 and 9, 11. That the reverse of what is 11 is 16, and the reverse of what is is 18. 18 is with the own spirit within itself. The reverse is 3 and 6, your creation. Let me see where I put this up. Your 1 and 8 fits the same side of the cube, so I used the complete reverse of 3 and 6. Your Celsius and Fahrenheit, the difference in the metric system is to understand how the differential, how the clutch, the motor, the, what do you call it, the driving shaft, and how everything moves in this. It's a pinball wizard, right? It's a pinball wizard, deaf, dumb, and blind, DEF, deaf, 4, 5, and 6, located, okay, on your telephone on number 3 in the part of creation where your base creation is B and C, the 2 and the 3. But it doesn't come into life at A. A is a split association, which I can show you this, and I have everything for art and design in this. This can be found in your calculator. This can be found on Rubik's Cube. This can be found in the deck of cards. This can be understood also in Roman numerals. In Roman numerals, okay, does anybody know Roman numerals? The letter V, the 22nd letter, what does it do? Do you want to know what it does? Do you want to know where you can find it? And is this the truth? Is this honesty and fair? What is number 2? Is it just number 2, or is it number 2 and 2? You know, if they have 2 and 2, right? You're talking now about the 5 and 5 house, right? You also can talk about binary, alphabet. 0 and 0 equals 1 and 2 in alphabet. That's how you add it up the minute you put a number in the category of binary code. And if you put the number of binary code of Earth, number 52 Earth in binary code, okay, is actually 12. Earth in binary code is 12. Pending whether you're counting binary code, right to left, left to right. Are we on the piano, right? On the piano, the 29th key is center C. And we were all given a code, right? Something to do, I'm not sure, I think it's with the towing. So we're going to have to put tow or remarquage, remarque. Say it in English and French. So something about the dead tail, something about a reorganization of the dead tail, and tow is now 2, right? And 2 is number 58. So 58 is 13 and 40, 1, 3, and 4 coming together, A, C, and D, the 8th heaven. So what happened? What is this key? Hello. November, the 11th month, on the 5th day, was that key. And the key was JT, 1020. And now it's talking about location. Possibly we gave away our location. So let me see if I can switch my camera over for a better sound. Hold on, my other camera's on and I don't know why. Just give me 1 second to fix something on my... Oh, it doesn't even say camera here. That's funny. Okay, whatever. I can't change the camera. There's another camera on me. Oh, it might be this one. I don't know. Let me see. No, it's not. Okay, so we'll leave the camera here. That doesn't have a good reception with me. That's fine. Just want to move my, just want to tilt this a little bit better. I'm going to put it over here. Okay, maybe. Oh, we just hit 44, 44. How is everybody? Still, I'm having, let me see. Can I communicate with somebody here? Oh, the cube, the power of the cube, I don't know. The information inside the cube, therefore, is huge. Now, if we take the information and we use it for to recreate the understanding of it, and we put the entire periodic table. Now the thing is, crazy enough, is we have one 27 cube, but now I'm going to put a cube on the outside of this one. I'm going to put a cube. Okay, my first set of the Mars setup cube. If I was to set up the Mars cube this way, right, I would have to put 8 of these. Now, can they all turn around each other, or will this one overlap the next one? And instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to overlap, and you're going to have a 5 cube. And this will be the center of the 5 cube. This will be the center of the 5 cube. And instead of having 18 around the center, I don't know how many you're going to have. You're going to have, if you have 9, 18 on this one, will you have 25 on the other one, or 50? I don't know, but we're going to connect. So the minimum next part that we're going to go up with this is I'm going to make an 8 of this. So instead of just 27, it's going to be 8 times 27. 56 and 216. That would be the Mars one, right? And after that, I'm going to go 27 by 27. So now I need a calculator, because 729. And something to do with 7920, right? First of all, that's going to tell me a lot right away. I already know it's 9/11. I can already see that we have also a 9/11, 7/9/11. I already know that 7/9/11 is how we travel around this. I also know that when you go 8 by 27, I get 2160, the diameter of the moon in the house of Bait, in the heavens of the house of Bait. This number over here is the number that fits with Mars. This is 22 cubed, right? This is 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 3 times 3. It brings the Mars and the Earth together. Now, which one are we? I don't know. Are we the heavens and the birth? We are the 3-6 creation. What lives in there is the 4 and 5. Is that our birth? Are we the 4-5, or are we the 3-6? Because living in what the finite is the sun, 4-5, lives, or the fox, the 4-5, lives between the 3 and 6. So we have to understand how all our connections go and what 3 and 6 is, and 4 and 5. First to note, right, that 3, 6, 4, 5 are all doubles. You can have 3 dots and 6 void. You can have 6 dots and 3 void. You can have 5 dots and 4 void. You can have 4 void and 5 dots. You can have 2 dot and 7 void, or 8 dot and 1 void. There's only one time it creates an X, and it creates an X right over here at 4.5. That 4.5 marking says Fox, the 45-degree angle of understanding. Although this is 45, this angle is what, 67.5? 675 angle, right? The 675 angle. Let me see if I can do this. The 675 angle. On my tops, I'm not sure which screen is showing me what, right? But I'm going to look at it this way. It's on this angle over here. 225 degrees, or 9 times 25. 25 years to life. If your birth is life, it's 925. 565, 9 times 25 is 225. 22 for life. You're 675, 67, okay, 67.25 away from the 90-degree angle. Is that right? Or it gives you the number 90, although you're not 65 away. The 225 mark, hold on a second, is, yes, 67.5 equals to 90, but we're not looking at 90. We're looking at 270. So you know what? It gives me a 90 angle, right? But I only need 45 to get to that angle. I've been doing this for years, and I never looked at it that way. Okay, I never looked at it that way. I'm not sure if I even want to bring this back up. The 729, okay, I think is 9 times 9. Where's the number? 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81, and that's Venus. 81 is Venus, the one spirit coming together with a heaven. And then when you multiply by it, it becomes 9 by 8 is 72, becomes 729. And the 72 degrees of creation in the house, all right, the double house, the 2 house, 2 times 36, bringing in your birth. Your birth also happens, for some reason, it seems like at the operator's position. What is this? At first, we have the cap, the house of Mars. Then you add on the 3 by 3 Earth. And then you add on the 7th gate over here at Uranus, right? You come into your birth through Pluto, right? Let me see the wings. Do you see the wings on here? First, it's 3, then it's 5, then it's 7, right? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's 9. But when you're adding these on, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, I end at 15. The pool balls end at 15. I have to make this on 3 area parts over here. I'm going to keep these all with 4 walls. I can keep them with 3 walls. Okay, so when you do this, you have 4 areas, 9 areas, 16 areas. 1 and 6 is 7. 25 areas, 2 and 5 is 7. 1 and 6 and 2 and 5. Does that mean 3 and 4 has to live inside of this? And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Right? Is this a 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this is 20. This is 36. What did I get here? 1, 2, 3. Whoop. I'm holding it too high for one and not high enough for another, you know. Let me lower my camera here. Whoop, I can't even see it. Okay, here it is. Anyways, whatever it is, here's the 11, which means it's 6. This is 36 over here, right? This is 36. It's an even number. When it's an even number, I must use all 4 of these. When it's an odd number, I'm going to use either the 1 or the 5. Let me explain this to you. Okay, let me explain it. First, we start with the 1 area there. When I add this wing or the heart, the first heart, onto this, okay, it becomes 4. First, it's a 1 by 1. Now it's a 2 by 2. It has no heart. It's equal to another. Then over here, it becomes a 3 by 3. It has a heart. The 3 is in the heart position, right? Here is a 4 by 4, right, which is 4 by 4 is 16. There is no heart. There is no heart in here. There's 4 areas, 4 areas, 4 areas, and 4 areas inside of this one over here. If you take that to being the 7th gate. Inside over here, right, what this is actually is 1, 2, 3, right? Over here is 5 by 5. In a 5 by 5, the 5, the E world, will be the center gate. Then you'll go to 6 by 6. There will not be a center gate. There'll be 4 houses of 3, equaling to 12. Right over here. You go all the way down to 6 and all the way down to 6. This whole thing up to 11 is going to equal to 12. Now you're going to go to the 13. You're going to have 60 here and 60 here. This is 7 by 7 equals to 49. 7 plus 7 equals to 14, and 49, the sun house, equals to a total of 63, the 9 birth, your C and F, where everything transitions. And the center of this is right over here. This is the center of this area. Now imagine this is only one area. I need to put that here, here, and here to create my first form, right? To create my first form. But if I do that, I will end up with 4 of these areas, no longer making this the center, but moving the center over here. And look how large the center is going to be. I'm going to have to show you that in another piece of artwork, in another design, if you're following me so far. Okay, we're going to take a second to go check my soup I put up there about 55 minutes ago. See if there's anything left. Thank God I put it on really low. Wow. I still have soup. I put a new app on my site. It's a PayPal app. I dearly wish what? Yeah, if you can help support the channel, that would be just utterly fantastic. I've never used the app before. I have used Pepper before. Yes, and I rarely ever speak, right? This is terrible. This is so bad. Oh no, I'm serious, I don't like it. Just give me a second. You know what I love about TikTok? It always shows me nobody's here. Okay. Let me see if I can bring this up closer. How come this is so light? There's so much light here. It's lentils and stuff. Organic, supposed to be. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't like what just happened here. Yeah, so it's lentils. I don't like what it tastes like, but okay, I think I can show you this. You remember we spoke before? You see, âme or soul in French is with an E. This is with an I. But the French, okay, the French say, when they say this letter, they say E. That's what they say about the I. They say E. So the I is like the E in mother over here. And this is Hebrew. And when you go impair, which means odd number, it says mother is odd. Because mother, right, mother gets installed, right, outside of father. Also, one of my pieces that I've been working on, just let me make it a little brighter here. One of my pieces that I'm working on, right? Why isn't there a little bit of light? One of the pieces I'm working on is when I associate Mercury, before I put the planet Earth, right? I need to get communication wires up, and then I can start building because I need to communicate with the workers, with the ant-men. You know, the ant-men who become the entity, right? So we have Mercury and Venus. Now, in order to do this, we have to have what is Venus. And Venus creation is what Mars is, right? And when they come together and you create your X through Venus, that's where Saturn comes in. Saturn is the half-life. So what happens in Mercury, Mercury picks up and becomes the heart of what is Phobos and Deimos. And then Venus, okay, becomes the mother, okay, to Luna. So since Venus is the second planet, 2, and Luna is 1 moon, 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Now, since Mercury is the first planet, and then you have Phobos and Deimos. that come into the act. That's 1 and 1 moon. So we have Mercury, 1 and 2 moons equaling to 3. We have Venus, 2 and 1 moon, okay, equaling to 3. Now we have Mars, right? Now we have Mars that comes into the picture, and Mars is the third planet, and it picks up the 1 moon. Earth, sorry, we did that all wrong. Mars, see, it's not the first time that happened. Whoop, I should just take this. Mars is the 4th planet, but it's 1, okay? Mars is the 4th planet, picks up 1 moon. Earth is the 3rd planet and picks up 2 moons. Now, the thing about Earth and Mars, if we were looking at things as Jupiter, right? What happens is Mars, Jupiter is 5, Mars is 4. That equals 5 minus 4 equals 1. And then Earth is 3 and Jupiter is 5. That makes 5 minus 3 equals to 2. I'm just creating a situation here. Just give me a minute. So there's an exchange. 3 gets 6 and 4 gets 5. From creation, you go into the E world, Mars into the E world, and then you get life. And you become that creation, 5 and 6. And that 5 and 6 creation comes what is a direct control through Mercury and Venus, controlling the moons of Mars, Phobos, and Deimos, okay, and the control where Venus comes into the planet Earth, controlling the lunar moon. And then the father seems to pick up this moon over here through Mercury. It all gets inverted, and then Venus owns the moon here, the 28-day moon. Venus is number 81. Mercury is 103. 103, one year and 3 years, 3 years and 1 year, 13, 31, 13. 9 by 9, 81, to reach what Venus is, the one spirit in the heaven. This will invert to what the 10 world is. A, B, C, D, your communication, your 2 rabbit ears. Rabbit is number 52. Mercury is 103. Earth is 52. Mars is 51. Odd and even, 1 and 2 coming together. V11, V1 bringing in what is Saturn and Uranus. I just wanted to see something on Chaldean for a second. CGLS. CGLS versus UV and W. Whoop. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do BKR. I'll bring this up to you in a minute. Now we have also the king and the queen. You know, for me, it never ends. It just doesn't end because every word is made up of the characters of the alphabet, and I'm not fluent with the completion of all dots and dashes. What I mean is, first of all, I have to reset them. I have to reset them understanding there's 27, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. 1 through 26 is 351. I reset this to where A6, right, and Z31. And when I reset that, right, Z31, this equals to a total, 36, equals to that, 1 through that, equals to that, and this through 33, 34, 35, and just give me a second. Now, I'm not sure if I got this right. Let me check. 68 and 68 is 136. 140, 170. 1 through 5 is 15. 481 and 481 and let me 481. Oh, 41 and 185. I'm not sure if I got that right. So let me go through this and explain what I just did on this side. I'm going to give you a final result. So what I did is I reorganized the alphabet to 360 degrees. Where the alphabet used to end at 351, now you have to add on 310 more. 310. This is a division, okay, from the energy, possibly between the sun and the moon. Mars is inflicted, electric company is inflicted. Your base 11 creation comes from 3, where 1 times 1 and 1 plus 1 equals to your 2 and 1 equals to your 3. The separation from reorganizing of 360 degrees was when I used 26 as my end result instead of 36, putting the heart of the alphabet between 6 and 31, leaving out 1 through 5 equals to 15, leaving out 32 through 36, 68 dividing of the 7th gate of the house of CD, the cold blue house, Democrats of Mars. The difference in the total of this assembly over here is 17Q, the one spirit at the 7th gate, possibly the interference, right? 170 and 15 equals to 185. The heart of 37 numbers is 18.5. Remove that, we end up with 4 houses, okay? 481 and 185 is 666. Backing up to this number over here, 6, 6, and 6. 81 is Venus, 48 is Pluto. 14 is alongside the ring, and it is part of our separated gateway into the creation of what is 11, the one in one world, the canine, the world of the dot and the cat, where the spirit of the cat connects into the soul and the air we breathe for consciousness. 1441, 1441, 1440, 1 to 1440, and 1. 1441. This will also be 557. That is your 17 gateway. I'm just trying to look through these numbers. Now I'm going to get on to the other side of this. Let me have a few sips of this. I'm going to check the hot water that I put up over there. Be back in a minute. Yeah, 1 through 26 equals to 351. And since you know that 1 and 2 is your base creation, should you be taking off the 26Z and the 25th Y, because the 25th and the 26th letter Y and Z, right? The Y and Z, or the XYZ, and you're starting at one side, can you start and go 876? Is basically your ABC. You do know, right? Everybody does know. Everybody does know we know. We know how this works. We know the number system. We have not completed, okay? We have not completed the what do you want to call it, the thesis, the end result. We know the patterns, we know how to find the patterns. They're everywhere. I'm only one. I was writing this all out and waiting to make a book so I can get a book, right, and sell it. But over 20 years, I know that even though I need an income, and I desperately really do need an income, PayPal me, buy me a coffee, it's up there, one of the links, okay? The thing is that the faster we bring knowledge amongst the people to know that the good Lord is in every breath we take, and every time you prayer, right, you put pressure on yourself to do righteous. Only you can do what is righteous of your own beliefs, but if you don't learn, then you can't know. You learn by the example. EX, ample. When you put the letters together, you know what the letters say for what we were taught. For what we were taught is the truth that we all agree on the letter position for the words and description that we already use. So how can we not accept the letters and the formation for the story? And it's only a story creating a theory, right? Is this the thesis, right? That we're putting together that we have to stop. No matter what, even if somebody comes to get us and they knock the whole thing to zero, it's not zero. Because once you're gone, you're somewhere else. So you have to stop right here. This is the place to learn. Don't wait to get to the other side. Don't wait to get to the other side. Because this is the side with the true feelings, with the elements. Your chakras are involved. Understanding the Kabbalistic. You want to understand the Kabbalah? You want to understand your chakras? The zodiac, the astrology. You want to just know your life path? Is that all you want to know, is your life path? But how did it come to be? How was it set up that all these people have all this knowledge, and then when I read through some of the stuff people have done, it's all numerically done. I don't know which way they learn, but when I see what they learn, I already know what connects because I know the numbers, right? When they tell me 3 and 6 is bad, I'll say, okay, I know how this connects. And I say, I know what it touches and what it doesn't touch, and what it could and what it can't touch. And I know in games, I know what happened in games, the odds they gave the games that was fair to all the people, right? And you go to the circus fair, right? And we learn, right? Trial and error by learning. We know that money, the location for money is in the Mars, number 4. We know that money is the beta house. We have all these answers. How do we share it with our friends? How do we share what I'm doing, which is so complicated with people that you cannot deny, okay, the fairness and the truth that is hidden in the cards, the dice, the calculator, the characters of the alphabet, connecting all the games together to reread a story that's already been written in the Bible, but in a sense that no one understands it because they can't put together and understand the characters of the dots and the dashes connecting the letters and the numbers, which brings everything to get together. Did the science of numbers and time happen before? No, when you read it, they're tools to bring you back to the truth. I'm having a little bit of tea over here. You know, it's always to go for the coffee, you know. I'm going for the tea, the tea. Gotta drink tea. T-E-A. Tea, eat. Filtration, right? Usually the tea comes with the tea bag, right? Right? And then when you mention the tea bag, right, you have to also mention the fish. And part of that 7th gate, that 17 of that 7th gate, is when your ABCD wing, your ABCD wing, it happens to be the SPERM, right? The sperm happens to be part of that 17Q gate. 17Q, right? Why would they say 17Q? 1 and 7 is GA. GA is the silver, right? But here's one of the wings right over here. Here's the other wing. 30 and 10 equals to 40 connected in this area over here. And the game of tennis is won and lost this way. So this is pretty weird that no one at all has come to me. So now I spoke about, yes, A, B, C, 8, 7, and 6. And now if you reverse the alphabet, you now call Z number 1. But the reality and truth is that when you create Okay, I was looking for something, okay? And one of the things was, has anybody ever seen Stein's Palace? Anybody ever see Stein's Palace? You know, the Palace of Stein, right? Or how about the Pale Teen? Inside Tine, T-I-N-E, the IT system creation, right? So you also have the word ale inside the word. Like I'm starting to look at this word and I'm starting to see there's a little bit more. Is the in the pale etine, right? Steens, they call it Steens or Tyne, Palestine, right? So when you say this, look inside the word, there is a birth in the IT system. And the word ale that comes together in the word ale is ace. So it's really in pace, right? Their division or the half-life comes through this area. It seems like over time, there's been groups of this disguised people or realities or races that disguise themselves thousands of years ago with a pact in mind. One thing I'm just going to mention is the word Britain is 73, creation of the gate, one of the wings, and great is number 51, right? And in great is awake and asleep, okay? So here's your ABC. Wait a second, what happened to my T? Yeah, I wanted to do something. Hold on a second. Was I able to do this before? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just try to erase something. Okay, just give me a second. Where am I? Just give me a second. I lost myself. Okay, I want to put this out here. And then I also want to put something I got. I'm not sure if this works yet. Just give me a second. I'm just going to get something over here. Oh no, here it is. Just give me a second. Let me see where it is. I think that's it. I'm not really sure if that's it. Something like that. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Okay, I have to take, can't have 2 glasses at the table. Can't have the soup sitting here. You know, sometimes I'm thinking everybody's saying, well, get on with it. Stop taking all those breaks. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take a pee-pee break. Okay, I'm going to take a pee-pee for a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Let me pick up this. Chase the tail, chase the tail, chase the tail, chase the tail. How many can say that they have chased the tail? I don't want to chase the tail, but guess what? One day you're going to chase the tail. I'm using this in one terminology to where you work, you work, you work. Finally, something comes on in your life. As your life gets expanded into the association of another, to where one doesn't have enough, and now you're supporting, now you can't support each other. And in this world we're on the street. I was just looking outside and I seen all these lines going across the sky, and I says, when will the people stop, right? When will the people stop, right? Destroying things, right? Well, it pays, so that's what it is. It's my job. But if we stop now, right, the future will be so much better. But we have to learn, because that's what we came here. Even in the game of craps, they called us the student, Yo Alev. Even in numbers, once they came to D, they were already talking about teaching. They put S and T together, and then they said stand. They put S, T, N, D, R, D, first, second, and third, and then it was standard. Now they put the TH for fourth, which is runner-up, because when you have first, possibly the season is over. Possibly first in the playoffs will automatically, somehow, for some reason, give you a trophy. But in the Olympics, it gives you the gold. When it gives you the trophy or the gold and the gold, what does it do? What is the difference between pro and ama? You know, in the word ama is soul. Does that mean where the A is in competition with ama other than am, with just being, just the matter of being in this world, right? So when you make an exchange, the I for the E or the 9 for the 5, E-I-E-I-O, right? E-I-E-I-O, or words that we might switch the E and the I, or how about a word that we're going to switch the A and the I, right? Like in maximum and minimum. So when we're switching all these words, and once we understand what's going on within these words, or what the difference association between the word is in the number, we can understand a little bit deeper into the word. For instance, the word 6, okay? The I is 9. The word sex, the E is 5. I already know that my 23 is opposite my 54, my sun passage. I already know that when I come to 63, I get my 41. You know what that is? The difference between 41 and 63? I'm going to show you. Or my 54 and my and you know, I just want to cry, you know, I just want to cry when I see it. You know, when something is so perfect, when something fits like a glove, and you say, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's just so crazy that, yes, 5 is opposite of 9. Big deal. Did you know that 5 and 9 are both number 42? Well, what about 6 and, what about 5 and 9 is 14? What about 6 and 8? Well, first to notice 6 and 8, it's a division of the 7th gate. 5 and 9, 5 plus 1 point, 5 plus 2 equals 7, and 9 minus 2, right, equals 7. 6 and 8, 6 plus 1 equals 7, and 8 minus 1 equals 7. So every time we talk about 1 and 2, we have to think about Mercury, Venus, Luna, Phobos, and Deimos right away. Right away. In fact, never stop thinking about everything, because everything is included. Everything has been transparent from the time you learned of its knowledge, but you just don't know what to do with it because you don't know the game you're playing. The cards you hold. Know when to hold them, know when to throw them. The Ace in War. The Ace in War is the 13th card. The AI spirit. We skip over 1, we begin at 2. The ace begins the 14th card. So is it the 13th or the 14th? When you play when you're playing poker, they use it as a high and a low. Now, when you use it as a high, it's 89 and 21, right? And these numbers, this high Q, right? Because high, right, is 8 and 9, 17. Okay, it's 2 letters. The reverse is S and R. okay? And that's number 37. It creates the heart of the alphabet. And somehow in the last day, something happened that there's a word. There's a word that goes with this word. I don't remember what the word was, right? And it was exactly 37 and 17, right? But there is a difference. I and H are odd and even. S and R are both red. Imagine. It's the reverse alphabet, but yet H is black and I is red to where S is red and R is red. Imagine. S and R happen to crisscross, okay, at the heart of creation. This, okay, is your 18 and your 19. This is your 16 and 21. P.S. Do I take it out of my hat or have I created it? Have I designed it somewhere? Understanding the connections of dots and dashes. Understanding the connections of dots and dashes. I'm going to go to the floor right now, Mr. TikTok, because no one's here. And I'm just going to show a few people how we can turn this camera around. Let me see if I can fix this up just a little bit. Just give me a second over here. Trying to see if I can set this up like this. Just give me a second. I'm trying to see if I can set this up properly. Wow, this is crazy. Maybe like this. Just give me a minute. I got to set this up somehow. Somehow there's a way to set this up, right? Let me see. There's got to be a way that it sets up. Okay. This is just this design, okay? This design. Let me see if I can put the shoe on it. There you go. This design is straight off of the roulette table. This is no magic. This is no artist that does this. Okay. This design is off of the roulette table. So I'm not sure if you can see this over here. Maybe I'll try my best to put this over here, see if you can see what I'm doing at a distance. Let me see how it looks over here. Right. Okay, so this is what happens. You can see all the differences, right? When you design, sometimes you leave out some lines so you can understand other lines, right? Just want to see if anybody commented over here because I don't see comments on my iPad. Yeah, I can make those. I can probably get that. I mean, everything's being done in this world, you know, so just want to see where my phone is. Just 1 second. Wow, my phone charged to 94%. Oh, and I've got all kinds of messages here. Oh, and another message here. Let me see this. Just 1 second. My son messaged me, so. Wow, my son's cards just got rated. Woohoo! My son's cards got rated. Wow. Very nice. Now I have to look at my next set of messages. Okay. Wow, the Zodiac wheel, okay. Very cool. I'm gonna check it out. The Zodiac, okay. Let me check out this one part of the Zodiac. Mercury, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Andromeda, okay. That's the one that's highly directed to our worlds. I mean, the one that we're connected to, right? Pisces moves into the moon from there. Wow, Pisces and the fish here. What is that fish? There's a fish. There's two fish over here. And then there's that angle, that delta angle. Okay, now what is it actually telling us? But if you really take a look, our life is in the horse. That freaking cube is in the horse of Pegasus, which is controlled, right, by MEDA, right? Matter and energy, the spirit of the delta angle, the mirror. When you go Dromedia, right? When you go Andromeda, wow, begins with an A, ends with an A. It's add N, the Dean. Wow, very interesting, very interesting. Okay, we're gonna get back to the floor. Just so happens to be 1710. Okay, so now we're going to get on with this. This is roulette over here. Okay, if you want, I can show you binary code. I can show you Fibonacci. You know, you want to see Fibonacci. Here's Fibonacci. It ends up making these windows between the numbers, right? You just notice there's a single pane number over there. That's when you get to number 10. Now we're going to start, right? When you get to 12, you're over here. You're right at this mark over here. That's where number 12 is. Now, if you want to know where number 24 is, okay? Sorry, 12 is over here. Okay, 12 is right here. See the way the line is here? Well, guess where number 24 is, right? 24 is right over here. Let's see if I did that. This is 12. See the way it's on this line over here? Now, where's number 24? This, okay, is number 21. This is number 24 over here. So the double of this does not make it be in the same house. It changes, okay? 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 24, although it's double, it's no longer 3, it's now 6. So it's no longer in the same house, no longer in the same road, no longer the same pattern. See, 21, which is the reverse of 12, is right over here. Single line here, passing through the Y area over here. This Y area is number 14. And if you notice, anything with an angle, if you put a crossing around here, it's showing distance with 2 entry spaces, 2 hexagons, 66 coming together, going through the 8th gate. Down over here, right? Down over here, okay? Down over here. That's number 23, 2 and 3, 5, where the X is, 1 and 4, 5, where the Y is. X, Y, Y, 36, 12 rows, 12 inches. One of the reasons for 36 inches for a yard, it's the completion of the duplication of the 36-inch yard. Or what we need is the 12-inch for the ruler. Or do we need 12 down to create our first 12 actually equals to 36? Our second 12 equals to 72. Our third 12 equals to 108. Our fourth 12, or 48 minutes in basketball, equals to 60. When we get 7 12s, right, it's 7 times 36. When we get 8 12s, it's, okay, 7 times 36, right? When we get 7 12s, it's 84, right? So anyways, you understand that, 84, right, 7 12s, is 84. 7 by 36 is 210, and 45 is 255. It's going to be our Pluto birth. I have to rewrite that down again, okay? This is 36, but it's 12 rows of 3. A, B, C. We do not complete any formation, okay, until we arrive at 6. We have 1 and 6, we have 3 and 4, we have 2 and 5. That's our first area. Then we reverse it over here. When we reverse it, instead of going to 6, we add on 1/3 line, because the third line, although we add on only 1/3, the 4, 5, and 6 become the connected area right over here. Right? You see the angle that it's on? Now turn that cube on this angle and run it all the way down. When you connect two houses over here, you now see what was the hexagon connection, creating the cube, into now the octagon creation. And if you can get a cube, right, okay, over this entire area, okay, can you get a cube over here? You see, this is the invert of the hexagon. It creates the eye. It's when you live between 6 and 6, you become the eye. And this passage here, right, should be leading, okay, I'm just going to take this it's a different aspect. It's not going to work with this, but it's when your 7 and your 9 birth come in conjunction. And I'm trying to see what number that would be over. Let me see. This number is this is 35 over here, and this is 35. That'll be 7. That'll be 7 over here. It'll be 70 between these two. These over here is 78. You remember we talked about 7 and 8? A and B, 1, A and H, and B and G, 7. That's going to be over here. That's going to be 78. Your 17Q connects here, not here. They're not the same. You notice the way the Y is pointing this way? This Y, the way this Y points like this Y, but this Y points in. They keep flipping over. And at the same point I showed you, do you see this piece over here? Okay, this is wrong. I think this piece is wrong. I'm not sure. I know there's an error in here somewhere. But what I just showed you about the Fibonacci is going to, let me show you the Fibonacci. No, this is upside down. We have to start here. The Fibonacci comes down and it connects this area here, and then it skips this area here. You see this double line, right? It'll skip that area over here. And I think it connects over here at 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, at 16. It reconnects at 16 over here. Right here, 16 over to 30, over to 21, over here. Okay, so now what we have is, you have to understand how this connects. And if I duplicate this on top of this, although I have 72 numbers, remove 12. Then if I take this one and move it on top of this one, join all this row over here. This is 1, 2, 3, and this is 3, 2, 1. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 1. But, okay, according to numbers, we have a continuous line. Should I be running a continuous line over to 10 and then go 1 plus 0 and 1 on my next level, switching only at 10? I'm not sure which way to do it, so I do it all the ways. In this way over here, I'll go maybe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, putting it in a formation that doesn't look right. But then after you do 3 of them, you turn it backwards because it's a 3, 1, 3 cycle. But this one here is going 3 this way, and then I flip this whole thing. You see here I went 1, 2, 3 in this cycle. 1, 2, 3, I flip this backwards. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. If I overlap this, the 36 numbers, okay, that are here, okay, will become 24 and 24. It'll be 48. When I add the third one on, okay, I'll have 3 of them on. It'll be 108 minus 24, which equals to 84. That's where Pluto comes in, 84. That's your base creation. We add on one more, right, 144, and now we take off 36 and becomes 108. Now you put on 1, 2, 3, 4. You put on 5 equals to 180. Remember 180, anything to do with 180 is horizontal. It is sleeping, okay? It is the letter R, right? And we get over here for the 180 degrees because I added six numbers. What is it? Six numbers by 30. What is it? 5 by 36. Yeah, it's 5 by 36 for the 180. So you're also going to take off 48 numbers, right? You're going to get to 180 and then take off 12, 12, and 12, and then 12. So you take off 48 from 180 is 132. And then you add on the next one. 1, 2, you add on a sixth one. But when you add on the sixth one, okay, you're going to take off 12, 12, 12, 12. You take off 60. So when you put on number 6, it equals 2160. The diameter of the moon is 2160. It's 1.5 times the number of minutes in a day, 1440. When you go to 2160 and you take off 60, you end up with 156. 13 years, 12 years at 13 moons is 156. The cube has 156 faces on it, Rubik's Cube. This is roulette. We create the connection, the transition, the Y and the X, and the Y and the X duplicate over here. This one is possibly full formation. Should I continue on from here? If I continue on, right, when I go down here, I'm going to take a line and I'm going to put a line from here to here. And that line will show up here and here. And after 36, 36 will reconnect to 31. Sorry, 36 here will connect to 1, and 34 will connect to 3. You will twist it. Every 36, you will make a twist in this. Every 4 times 9, every 3 times 12. 4 times 9, 3 times 12, you make a twist, because that's what it shows in this game. And you can see when you're making these twists, you're getting these double rings over here. In every twist, this is what you're going to see, and every one gets a cube of its own. Every 36 gets a cube. 18 to the cube, and then you can see sideways. See the way it looks like an 8 sideways? Okay, now we're going to go back to the table. Whoop, I'm going to just show you one other thing that goes. You can also design it this way, okay, which brings 4 dots. Remember, it's dots and dashes. Those dashes connected 4 dots. That one is number 1, 3. The 5th in the center, I put an X in it. I could have put the O, but then it would cover up something else. Here I went 2, 4, 6, 8. Here you can see the cube turns on an angle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because 1 doesn't start in that corner, right? It has to go this way. So even if I put 1 here, I'll put 3 here. Sorry, if I put 1 here, I'll put 3 here. I'll put 9 here. I'll put 7 here. And I can also create it this way. Here I put X's. Let me just do this. Here I put, let me see, I have a shadow. Here I put X's, and I used 9 dot areas. There I used a 4 dot area. Here I did a 9 dot area. In a 9 dot area, one of the dots is going to connect over here. How many dots am I actually using in this over here? Because dots connect, we use the same dot for the same area. The 4th dot of this one connected here. So you have 3 X's, right? When you put your 3 X's, these 2 and these 2 connect, these 2 and these 2 connect. So you don't have 18. You take away 4, you have 14 and 4, right? When you come over here, let me just move this over here. If you want to use this over here, let me see, is this the one? Yeah, I don't know which one I want to use. Just one sec. Oh, I'll use this one here. This here, okay, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. This is only 1 through 9. When they took the Canadian penny off the market and paid $5.10, this is the basis of its creation. If I draw the line to connect on top, right? If I draw that line to connect on top, it would look like that. This one over here, wow, we got it's really dark, eh? Let's see if we got the it's plugged in at all. Yeah, it might be plugged in, you might be able to see it, right? I'm just going to show you the bottom part of this. That's binary code. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5. 8, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, right? You see the way 8 moved over? If you had 2 8s, it goes into 7, 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. Then it goes back up over here, right? This is the way it looks. Maybe I didn't put my dots properly together, the separation. It looks like it's higher. Oh, no, it's not. It is higher than it is wider. This is where my rectangular builder shape comes in, how we differentiate that. And it splits over here, right? The first top section and the second section. So now I'm going to pick up my phone, possibly get some tea, turn this camera around. Okay, turn the camera around. Yeah. I'm waiting for. I have to go. I have to put myself into that to put myself forward and learn. I don't put enough time into it. If you don't put enough time or you don't try, you don't know. Right? And I haven't. You know that? I just really haven't. I should put more time. I think I've shared more than enough. There's a camera that's off here. Oh yes, this camera's got to go back over here. So I'm just trying to see who's here. 1 second. Yeah, it was just a comment that I made. So where are we with this? 112.35. You mean I've only been here for not even 2 hours? Wow. I don't know what this does. I really don't. I don't. It looks like 3 discs. Is it possible the setup that we are like that? Right? We only see the 1 moon in the front, but we don't notice the 2 moons that are behind. I have no idea what this does, and then it branches out. Don't know. I put this together a while ago, and I see something in it. So we still didn't finish the ABC. So just give me a minute to rub my face. And you know what's funny? On TikTok, I'll tell you right now, on TikTok, it says that there has not been anybody here for a half an hour, even though, right, there might be somebody here that just joined, LME33, and then there's a TSK and a Dinagon George, and it says say hi. So I just go and I say hi. Hi. Should I be saying hi to everybody? Right? Has anybody been here? You waved at Robin. You know that? Maybe I should have waved at them before. What does it mean, joined? I waved at people. No one says anything. I don't know who's here. There's no interaction. It's really not a fun game, right? But anyways, talk to myself, talk to the wall. We're going to get back into this one piece that I had before. I have to put my bandana on. My head is getting cold. So somebody asked me, why do you wear that? My ears are cold. I don't have to hear the noise on the outside, right? I don't have to hear the vibration or feel an alter vibration changing the mode of my thoughts. That's why I wear it. And my ears are cold. But what if you couldn't hear? What if you couldn't see? Can my eyes still be cold? Do you know cold is blue? It's boy. It's 34. Hot is red. I'm not going to say it's girl. I can say it's the devil. I also say that red is on the back of the car, that we should all be driving backwards, right? Why should we be driving backwards? Would we be blinded by the light as to driving forward? My question. If we drove backwards, we would have all the white lights facing us. If we would be driving, if we would be driving forward, we would see all the red lights. If we would be driving backwards, like in the trunk, we'd be looking all at the white lights. White is 65 and red is 27. So now I have to understand what's going on in this scenario, right? We also know that the trunk, right? The trunk, right? The RT trunk, not the drunk, but the trunk is where the red lights are. So we get 38, 48, 59, 69, 73, 84. No. 11, 25, 35, 48, 46, 56, 64, 70. Yeah, the trunk is number 84, just like Pluto. Pluto 84, the trunk 84, the red light is 27. Just trying to think. Although it comes into what is 12, we now have to understand that 9 and 3, okay, is also a 12. The 3 and the 4, there's a separation. And there's also a separation then. If there's a separation with the 3 and the 4, 12, there has to be a separation between the 8 and the 9, 12. And now there's an association between 8 and 9. The 3 and 4 between Earth and Mars, 0.5 away from the heart, okay, being equatable to each other, right? And when something is equatable to something, right, they're all going to come together. I'm going to show you. Here's the relationship. Let's see if we can get together and show you this relationship. I don't know why it's showing me. Is it showing me backwards? Let me look at my... Okay, it's showing me fine. Okay, let me show you this. Let me just turn this away. So do you see what happens? Did I get this proper over here? Hold on, let me put the camera over here, I think. Hold on. I'm going to get the camera at the same height as my, so we can see the paper. Okay. Do we understand this? 3 and 4, the difference is 0.5. 2 and 5, the difference is 1.5. 1 and 6, the difference is 2.5. They're all in the same zone. Why do I say that? They're all with 0.5, so now I'll read them backwards. 50, 51, 52, 57, 58. This one over here is 51. This one over here is 52. Okay? This is the separation between, I don't think I got some of them right. I don't think I got this one right. Okay? I'm not looking at the heart of the cube. I'm looking at the heart between the numbers right now. And 3, 4, 5, right? 3, 4, 5. So the difference between 6 and 4.5 is 2. The difference between 6 and 4. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's a mistake. Okay, I corrected the error. Three over to four, it's 0.5 difference, 3.5 heart. 2 over to 5 is 1.5 difference, 3.5 heart. 1 over to 6 is a 2.5 difference and a 3.5 heart. So if you read them all backwards, it's telling you what's happening in that location. Here is our base creation. Here is your creation in 11, alpha beta. When you're at the gateway, you're at 7.5, description of electric moons, and this is the matrix. There's a 0.5 difference between here inside the E world, but you're at the heavens point of the gateway of alpha beta. 7 and 8, right, is going to be that reflection of 1 and 2. Everything has to create 9. 2 with the 7 void, 8 with the 1 void. The same thing as 2 and 7 inside the house of bait. Inside that 9 is that 4.5 center core. The difference is 5.2. So when we read them backwards, 51, 52, 53, 53, 53. Here it's 57. Here it's 58. In what realm is this? How should we find the core of this other than just the difference of this? Right now, but it'll just reflect in this manner. Where else should we go with this? Listen, if you know how to do it, we'll keep it up. Yes, first, second, can I write this out? See, what this is like this. First, second, third, fourth. Now, on the first level, we end up with this. On level number 2, at full, not in reflection, but on level number 2, not in reflection, is 46. J and M, 23. K and L. K, whoa, did I get a mistake in here? 13, 23, 23, 46. I didn't mark the 12, the L12 over here. Then we get to the third section, right? I made a mistake over here also. Just give me a second. Am I happy I found the mistake, right? 2 mistakes. So here's the levels. 1 second, I have something in my way here. Okay, here's the levels. First, second, third. Then you get the fourth. Look at fourth. 60 and 28, 88. Creates a window. Creates the 7th gate to the moon of time of our birth. This is also where the 10 world comes in on fourth. Your first wing. 8 is number 22, or 4 by 22 is 88. 88, 022. 10 is A, B, C, D. Level number 2 is 46. It's blue. It's a black 10. 4 and 6, dark 10. They're both dark numbers. Over here, it's 19. Okay, even though this is inside of here, 8 and 2 is the cycle, it's still a dark number. 8 and 2 is dark. When we get to the next one, count me out as being wrong, as 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10, equals to what is 77 and 77, 154. It divides, right? 5 and 1 equals to 6 and 4. Let's count it. 7, 15, and 9 is 24. Okay, that'll equal to 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That'll equal to 4. This will equal to 46 to a single digit count. But to a full count, it'll equal to 55, 5 and 5, 10 red. This is 20% away from that 55 gateway. Every single one of these will add up to 10. 8 and 2, 10, 10, 10, 10. They're all 10s. All levels of your base creation are all 10s. First, second, third, and fourth level. Runner up. First, use the ST, the ND, the RD, the TH. First, you stand the game of blackjack, the game of 21, blackjack. Blackjack's the game of 21. You get 21, okay? When you get it with an ace 11, your 11 creation, the split sun birth. When you make a wager, you get paid 1.5 times the bet, or 3 to 2. 32 represents the bélier, which is the ram, which is the sheep. 32 represents the pig, PIG. 779 or 977, birth at the Christ gate, at the power gate, at the power cell. The sun is number 54, blackjack. Your birth for your 25 years to life is Jack, and black, the dark sun, 2 by 9, 18, or 3 by 6. Love is also number 54. It's a perfect word. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, where everything doubles up. The word first ends in ST. They use this. ST equals 39. Also, angel equals 39. 10 equals 39. Second, first does not equal to 39. The ST equals to 39. It's 33 and 39 equals to 72. Again, the gateway within the house of Bate. Then N and D is 18, and 18 is 36 and 24. Second equals to 60. Third equals to 59. At the same time, these numbers can be regarded in a different fashion, where first is now the gold, second is now the silver, and third is the bronze. 80, 85, and 38. When each one of these is multiplied and added, the bronze will equal to 8. The silver will equal to 8, and the gold will equal to 8. This number over here will equal to 13 and 40, equaling to 53. This one over here will equal 24 and 11, a divided gate within the gold, equaling to 35, 35 and 53, your 1 and your 2 coming together, 88 equaling the seventh gate. Monkey, ape to the 10 worlds. When you play the game of blackjack, we're calling for the monkey. We don't begin to call for the monkey until we have the 12 complete. The 12 of one world and the 12 of the next world. When we come into the other world, we have another 12, 12, 12, and 12. Around the cube, and around the cube. 12, 12, and 12. On the top of the cube is 9. On the bottom of the cube is 9. 18 and 12, 12, 12, or 36 and 9 and 9 equals to 54. It is the sun cube. There's a gear in the center of that cube. The Black House, 2.1 billion people. I don't know what religion they call it. I'm not sure if it's Allah, right? They pray to Allah, the black cube. But they should know what they actually stand in front of is they face themselves. They face every choice you make. Every prayer you make, you direct it at yourself. You direct it at yourself and you expand it around you, asking everyone around you to judge you. For when you read this in privately, it is one thing. When you sit in prayer amongst others, everybody is now what? What is actually happening as you sit amongst others? Throwing yourself at something else, asking for forgiveness, and hoping that you got it. But it's only amongst the neighbors, amongst the livings, that can answer that question. Because that's what your karma will bring on, your fate in the righteousness. When you say something doesn't exist, can you explain how it doesn't exist? Can you explain that it exists even if it can't speak to you? It is the difference in the existence that makes it exist. Yeah, I don't know how the carpet works in order to create it. Let's take the elevator down on a flat plane, right? So let me see if we can do that. Like here's one of the towers over here. I also wanted to design what write down what I spoke about on the floor, right? We do understand. I don't know if I want to show this here because a lot of my stuff has been popping up all over the place, yet no one invites me to speak. So I want to see this. We have 12 rows of 3. And then we have 12 rows of 3. 12 rows of 3. And 12 rows of 3. So we end up with 24 and 12 and 24 and 12 and 24 and 12. Let me see. We got the 24 and the 12 that connects. We have the 24 here, the 24 here, the 12 that connects. And we got the 12 over here and the 24 over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 48 and 48 is 96 and 48. So here is your division between your basic division between your night and then day, where you have a total of 1,440 over here, which would only be 6 days of 24. But, right, if we were working at 7, it'd be 7 by 28. We have to understand the difference. 7 by 28, 7 by 24 or 6 by 28. So the Mars works with the 6 by 28, 168. The Earth moves by the 724, 168. 140 and 28, and this one equals to 120 and 48. We have to understand how to bring things, how to bring numbers together. In order to equal to the same number, these are the calculations. We're living in the D world, right? Created from the C, living in the D. Another thing, okay, I want to mark down is pi, 3.14159265. Now, the center of pi, okay, between 3 and 4 is 3.5. So we have to have the below center, right, which is 3.0, and the above center, 4.0. But they both meet on the same area. 1, 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. 4 to 39 to 38 to 37 to 36 to 35. That means we must split one of them in half. So instead of 3.5, okay, the center of this, okay, just let me a second. It's 9.5, it's 4.75. Did I get this right? 4.75, no, it's 4.5. Let me see if I got this right. Understanding pi. Also understanding wires, that if I would take this wire and put it over number 5, and then I take this wire and put it over number 5, that's going to make my 10. You moved each of them 5. You have to overlap. Even when you do the alphabet, right? When you do the alphabet, you're going to go A all the way to M, but you're going to go A all the way to N in order to connect, equaling to 105. And then what you'll do is you'll do Z all the way over to M, and you're going to do take away 78 plus 370, no, plus 277. 277. No, that's not right. It's not 365, it's 361. 273. 273, okay, that's 351. Okay, so it's 273. What's ironic about 273 is 3 times 91 equals 273. In a leap year, it happens on the 29th, 29th. When you go A through L, it equals to 78. When you go A through M, it equals to 91. A doorway to two worlds. 7 and 8. When we spoke about this, I'm going to explain this again, but I want to continue on, right, and go another 12 rows to 12 and 24. And then this one over here will be this one over here. So I'm going to get 60 and 120. And I think, yeah, that works out perfect. Look where my time works out. 60 and 120. 60 minutes in the game, 2 minutes, 2-minute penalties, 2 times, 2 teams. Each team, you're getting 60-second penalty for 2 teams. It's a question. Your Alpha Beta Croatia, 6 of 3. It is your basic 3 worlds. You remember the Celsius and the Fahrenheit, the 3 and the 6? They complement each other in 6 and 3 because it actually is a 1 and a 2. When you look at 6, the only thing you're missing is the above and below and this one over here. Position 2, position 8, position 5. You're missing 1 area for the center, and 2 is equal to 2 on the outside. 2 by 2. It's the way it comes. So when you count this, right, you're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's going to be 180. So your 360 is going to leave you 240 over 120. Meaning the 120 are going to be everything of where the numbers have overlapped. Flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. Now, yeah, so we're going to end that part there. I'm just trying to think where else we are. Roman numerals, number 51. Hold on a second. I'm going to answer this. What's up?
Yeah, we're out front.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
We're coming in.
Okay, I'm ending my video.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, my son is coming over, so I'm going to end the video. right now. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being here. I'm going to exit this one first, and then I'm going to exit this one over here. Peace and love. Ciao.